Alright, here's 4 games I played with this deck. As you can see, it's pretty standard destroy. Things like Deadpool, Nova, Buggy, Carnage. We've also added Wave, Magneto, and Death. Plan to play Wave on turn 5 to allow Magneto and Death to come out together on turn 6. And Aero is there just as a bit of utility. So let's see how that goes. First location is Strange Academy. Not really wanting to think about with this deck. Don't really care where it dumps the cards. So we'll start with Angel, and hopefully we can get Buggy, Carnage, and perhaps something else in there on turn 3, provided there's no armor play. And Deadpool, pretty handy, easy decision. So yeah, we'll get those destroyed, and we don't really care where they land. Hopefully they land in Vibranium Mines, and I don't have to put any cards there, because that would just dilute the deck, and it's just not very useful. Okay, Storm, that's pretty good. Good for us. I assume he has a long-term plan, because he wouldn't play Storm that early, really. Turn 4, we'll just drop Deadpool and destroy him straight away. That gets 1 destroy towards death if it comes out, and makes Deadpool a bit more powerful. Okay, as soon as you see 1 come out, it's a pretty good sign that we're gonna win the game. On turn 6 we can use Magneto to move Wong out the way. So if the plan is Odin, which it usually is, you drop Odin into a location when Wong's already been moved. So we'll see how that goes. Guess it depends what he plays turn 5. Yeah, so that was the wave on turn 5. Ideally we'll get Death now, and we can drop that and Magneto together. Yep, there's Death, cost 0. So we'll drop Magneto on the right to pull Wong across, and Death should be enough to outscore Odin in the middle. Nice and simple. So he will spawn 1 Tiger from White Tiger, but even if it goes left to the flooded area, it's not going to win the area. Just checking that Wong's definitely going to be moved there. And he's retreated. Well, that's a shame we didn't get to see that play out, but I still think it shows the theory of the deck, that you can move things around and put high numbers out on turn 6. It's quite a powerful tool. So what have we got here? The Raft. So we want to fill that as a priority straight away. We've got lots of low number cards in this deck. I guess it's a bit of a downside that you can't play things like Carnage, because it's going to clear out that lane. Play Wolverine. Hopefully we'll get something like a Deadpool or Nova turn 3, then we can drop 1 of those in and play Carnage. There it is, Deadpool on turn 3 and Carnage. So we should get that 6 cost Odin. Now we don't have many honor wheels in this deck, because it's not super useful. Looking at Fisk Tower, we could play Aero on turn 5 if it comes out, to destroy whatever they play on turn 5, and then use Odin in the same space on turn 6 to destroy whatever they play on turn 6. So probably in for that. So I want to play Deadpool and Deathlock on this turn. Don't really want to use Vibranium Mines, because that's going to reduce the chance of getting Aero next turn. You can see I'm struggling here. I also don't want to play it where Cosmo is, and don't want to play it in Fisk Tower, because then Odin would trigger Deathlock and destroy everything. So we're just going to have to do this and hope that we get the card we need on turn 5. So Deadpool gets a bit more powerful.
Wind, aid my hand.
We've got Storm. So this is fine, but we didn't pull the Aero, so Instead, we'll just try and win this middle area with death. Should be a safe bet. So turn 6, we can move Cosmo and move Storm out to the right and hopefully keep hold of those 2 left-hand lanes and put enough with Odin in there to score high in that right-hand lane as well. Yeah, so that's what worked. So we won that. And he's played leader, which is a card I really hate. So he gets my 2 cards, but it doesn't affect too much. We're good. That was a satisfying one. Usually as soon as I say leader I assume I've lost, but that went well. Turn 1's easy, nothing to play. Misty Knight, so he's going for a buff deck, would be my assumption. Turn 2 we'll drop a 2-cost card. Hopefully we can get something like Nova out in the next turn with Carnage, I guess. Yeah, Shotgun Wasp, definitely a buff deck that we'll probably use Period to give those blank cards a nice +2. So he's going to score high, so I guess we've just got to try and outscore 2 lanes. Mid lane's probably going to be his lowest number. He's going to put things like Period and Mystique and things in there to buff the outer 2 lanes, I guess. So it's actually a shame I've started in that lane with 2 high powered cards. Yeah, Mystique, buff those low cards again. And Squirrel Girl. Well, we've got Killmonger, so maybe we can win this just by destroying all the 1-cost cards at the end. We'll play through the snap because I'm quite confident that certainly in that right hand lane we can destroy the 1-cost cards. In the mid lane I don't think he's going to score high anyway. Looking at it, he'll probably drop an Onslaught in there on turn 6, so we need Wave on turn 5 always just to get death out with something else. It also restricts the opposition to 1 card, which is quite good to know that they're only going to play 1 card. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yep, we just need to destroy those 1-cost cards and it's probably game over. So instead of Magneto we'll use Killmonger and then still drop death in that right hand lane, and that should be game over, I think. Pretty confident it'll be an Onslaught in the middle. Or a Blue Marvel, perhaps, but doesn't make a difference. I've been on the receiving end of that so many times, it is horrible. Yeah, I do like playing that kind of buff deck, very similar to what he had there. But yeah, a Killmonger can really ruin your day quite quickly. So what we've got here. Vibranium Mines, again, I'm playing this during the Vibranium Mines event, so it shouldn't be a surprise. Yeah, we'll go with Nova, Buggy, as usual. Hopefully get a Carnage, maybe a Deathlock on turn 3. Play it with Angel if we get a Carnage, and then just buff that middle lane. Okay, cards moving there get +2, so I want to be careful with Magneto and Arrow if it comes to it, and not to buff their cards. Okay, so we've got nothing to destroy with. Not great, hopefully we'll get something on turn 4. And we don't have wave either, so I'm going to have to be really lucky with the card pulls here. Angela, Mysterio. Not sure where they're going with this deck. Wolverine. Alright, so we've got no destruction at all. Moving into turn 5. And we can't get a destroy and a wave, so we're going to have to make it up as we go along, yep. Alright, that's a bit of luck. So he has actually reduced the card of death for me, and I've pulled wave, so we can't play Death and Magneto on turn 6. Still not in a great position for a win yet. Behind on 2 lanes and draw on the 3rd. If they snap here, I would retreat in this situation, I think. And they haven't even played any 3 or 4 cost cards, which Magneto can move around. So just got to see what happens. Yeah, that was lucky. I guess that illusion in the Vibranium Mines really cost them that game. Yeah, that was a bit of luck. That is not the most convincing win to end this video on, but it'll do. And again, it shows the value of having 2 high power cards on turn 6. It also shows the value of luck when your opponent destroys just the right amount of cards and you pull wave on the exact turn that you need it. They all count. So yeah, thanks for watching if you've stuck it out this long, and that is the end of those 4 games. Okay, Killmonger could be on for another easy win here, I think. Ah,